What's up everyone, once again my name is Ben and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker HD. In the last episode we did some side questing here on Windfall Island and well, guess what guys? In this episode we're doing the same exact thing. There's maybe like one or two more side quests that I want to take care of here on Windfall before we set sail and do some other side quests. Like for now we're not really going to worry about the main story because I want to go and collect a few things like treasure shards, pieces of heart, and maybe a few item upgrades that'll help us in the next temples, so that way we're better prepared. So to start things off, we're actually going to enter the rich dude's house. This is the second floor of the auction house at nighttime, but some rich guy actually owns it. And believe it or not, the residency has changed since we rescued the girls from the Forsaken Fortress, so some of you guys might recognize her. Oh, to think that I would survive my ordeal and return to this town. And to think that I would ever be able to live in such a beautiful, opulent house. It's like a dream come true. But no, it's a nightmare. Without him by my side, it's like a rainstorm rages in my heart. What are you going on about, lady? He was so kind to me in the Forsaken Fortress, that sweet boy who gave me all those expensive necklaces when I fled from that cursed island. Are you okay? Just hearing his name lifts my spirits. Mo, the wonderful moblin from the Forsaken Fortress. What? Oh, Mo. Why, Mo? I'm always writing heartfelt letters filled with my overflowing emotions, but why don't you answer me, Mo? Probably because he can't read. That's my guess. This is bad. Oh, terribly bad. I've already drifted off into my own dream world. You could say that again. Oh, by the way, I have a request for you. Could you take this letter I just finished inking and deliver it to the post box for me? Do I look like your mailman? Please, I beg of you. You know what? Fine, I'll do it. Whatever. What? Really? You're such a dear. You've made Maggie so happy. You're welcome, I guess? Even though I kind of just met you and rescued you from the Forsaken Fortress, so you kind of already owe me. The postbox, don't you dare forget. But you must promise that to read it. The secrets of a girl's heart are to be shared only when she so desires. Yeah, I get it. Whatever you say, Maggie. Alright, let's go and deliver this letter for her. But before we do that, actually, if you drop down to the first floor from this banister and land on the, podium for the auction house, you can get yourself 20 rupees, just like that. Very nice. And I think the only way you can actually get that is dropping down from the second floor. I don't think you can climb up from the first floor, so keep that in mind. Now, it's worth noting that you can actually get those 20 rupees whenever you want to. I just prefer to get them now because, well, guess what? We have to pay for postage on Maggie's letter. I know, kind of ridiculous, but it's only like 5 rupees, so it's really not that big of a deal. But it is nice to get reimbursed whenever you're doing a favor. So let's just go and give this letter to the post box. Now, pay attention to what the post box says, because I always found this strange. Like, it says the postage is near Dragon Roost Island, but Maggie was talking about Mo, the moblin who lives at the Forsaken Fortress, and, if you look at your map, the Forsaken Fortress and Dragon Roost Island are on completely opposite sides, so it makes no sense why the post box would say it's near Dragon Roost if it's going to the Forsaken Fortress. Like, I don't get it, unless maybe Mo fled the Forsaken Fortress when Maggie left, or there's no post box near the Forsaken Fortress. I don't know, I just don't get it, guys, I really don't. But whatever. Let's just return to Maggie and whoa, check it out, there's a postman here. Wow, I guess mail really does travel fast here in Hyrule. Honestly, you just don't understand, do you? Open your ears! Yeah. Silence! I'm telling you, we don't allow postmen here. Be gone! Be gone! Don't be ridiculous. I went through great trials and tribulations to go all the way to the Forsaken Fortress and return with Mo's letter. Silence! Be gone! Be gone! Then please, be reasonable. Can you at least sign for the letter? Silence! Be gone! Be gone! Just acknowledge I was here! Silence! Be gone! Be gone! Foolish man, now you've made me angry. I cannot even look you in the face any longer, or I fear I might. I must go somewhere to cool my feathers. Oh man, you pissed off the mailman. Well, what a wretched, unruly postman. I don't know anything about Mr. Mo in any Forsaken Fortress, and yet he always comes here bringing his letters. Does this Mo think I'll let him lay a hand on my one and only daughter, Maggie? I don't care whose letters they are. They'll never reach her on my watch. Parent of the year right here, guys. Well, you know what? I feel kind of bad for that Rito postman, so I wonder if he's still around town. We should try and look for him and see if we can't help him out with this little predicament and try and calm him down. Like, he seemed pretty dang angry, and well, where do you go when you're angry? None other than Windfall's version of Starbucks. Alright, let's head inside. This is like one of like the few times that you actually have to go inside this building. Like, most of the time I forget this is even here because you really don't come in here that often. Oh, it's you! I'm sorry you had to witness me fly off the handle like that over at Maggie's house. I'm most embarrassed. That man just... Never mind. It's alright, dude. Don't worry about it. To tell you the truth, though, I came to deliver a letter addressed to Maggie from a moblin named Mo, but as you saw, the girl's stubborn father won't permit me to give it to her. I know. What a stubborn, meddling old man, refusing to accept letters from the postman. Who's heard of such nonsense? Not me, dude. I went to great trouble to go all the way to the Forsaken Fortress, and it was a most frightening ordeal, let me tell you. Yeah, I'm kind of familiar with that place. If I don't deliver this letter, then I'm a failure of the delivery trade. Don't say that. But I have other deliveries waiting to be made. I cannot mope here forever. That's the spirit. Actually, though, I have an idea. That old fool may not permit postmen on his premises. But surely he would allow you in the place, would he not? Could you deliver this letter to Maggie in my stead? You know what? I think I can do that. What do you say? Sure, anything for a postman. Honestly, you young men are a lifesaver. It truly never hurts to ask. I shall leave this letter in your care. And with that, we now have the Moblin's letter, and we need to go and take this to Maggie. Great. I'm counting on you to put this in Maggie's hand, and I thank you. It's a good thing the Rito tribe actually gave us this delivery bag in the first place, because we've been using it a lot lately to do their job, for crying out loud. Although I guess I really shouldn't complain considering the fact that they did save our lives back at the Forsaken Fortress, so I guess doing a little favor by delivering a letter isn't the worst thing that they can make us do to sort of repay that debt. So I'm not going to complain. Instead, we're just going to go right away and deliver this letter to Maggie. That way we can just wash our hands of this entire situation. Because moblin love affairs, they can get messy, guys. You really don't want to be any part of them, trust me. Like, I'm a little worried for Link. Like, he might have a hit out on him or something after we deliver this letter. But it's the price we have to pay for the Rito tribemen. Alright, here you go, Maggie. Have your letter. Is that... Could it be the letter from Mo that I saw in my dreams? Sure. Let me read it this instant. Can you even read? I don't even know. Go for it. This is Mo. I like you, Maggie. So much that I want to eat you for dinner. Did you hear that? Those words. This means, it must mean. Can it be? Is this his marriage proposal? No, not at all. It must be. At last, my feelings have been conveyed to Mo. At last, he understands how I feel. You are truly a lost cause. This is the happiest day of my life. Trudy doody la. From here on out, today will be the anniversary of true love for me and Mo. Oh, it completely slipped my mind. I must thank you for your role in this. To commemorate my anniversary of true love, I give you this. Alright, and for that really awkward side quest, we get a piece of heart. Not gonna complain. Truly, Lou, treasure it always. I will. Thank you very much, Maggie. I hope you and Mo find true happiness. Hopefully, happiness that doesn't involve him eating you. That'd probably be best. But whatever, I'm not gonna worry about that. Instead, we're gonna do some more side quests. So there's only like one more thing that I want to do on Windfall Island right now. And it requires it be nighttime. So you know what? Let's go and play the Song of Passing. And then after we finish this side quest, I think we'll set sail and go pick up an upgrade for one of our items. That sounds like a good idea to me. Should be kind of fun. Alright, so now that it is nighttime, let's go and talk to that creepy little girl just standing in between these two buildings. She looks like she's up to no good. Shush, shush. Don't you shush me. Take off. Go away. Wow, that is very rude of you. Wait a minute. What do you think you're doing? I don't like the looks of this, guys. I'm gonna follow her around. She looks like she's up to no good. You know what? As the hero of this game, we're like obligated to put a stop to this. I don't trust her one bit. Who's that? Uh-oh, did she see us? Oh, good call, Link. That was a very convincing cat impression. I'm kind of surprised at that, actually. But whatever. We're going to keep tailing this little girl because she is definitely up to no good. But we don't want her to see us, so you're going to want to maintain distance or hide in like a bush or something like that. If she does see you, she's just going to run away. And then you'll have to do this entire side quest all over again, which is kind of annoying. If you stay far enough away from her, she won't do that who's that cutscene. You won't have to like make that fake cat noise thing. But thankfully, she will fall for that for the entire thing. So you don't have to worry about that too much. You're going to want to be careful over here because what she's going to do is actually walk up that wood like little ramp thing and head back into town. But she's going to stop like right at the threshold into town. So you're not going to want to run like straight up ahead. Otherwise, she will see you. Now, to sort of give some backstory to this little girl actually used to be the girl that lived in the rich house where Maggie now lives. And her father is actually the guy by the tree now. Before you rescue your sister on Windfall Island, the guy that is currently in the rich house, you know, that mean guy who was yelling at the postman, was actually the poor guy by the tree. So the roles have been kind of reversed, and this little side quest sort of explains that. Alright, she's moving. And I think that is the last time that we have to wait, so if we tail her now, we should be good to go. Where is she going, though? Why is she going into, like, Zenari's outside shop? Is she trying to break into that safe? What are you doing? You startled me. What do you want? What do you want? My heart's racing. You scared me. Wait, are you the kind of creep who goes around at night scaring people? That's just plain mean. Just who do you think you are anyway? I'm an ally of justice, ma'am. What? An ally of justice? Yeah, and I caught you trying to break into that safe. I'm not a thief. I swear I haven't stolen anything. Well, yet. Please let me go. It was just an impulse. That's all. Just a bad idea. That's what they all say. Why won't you say anything? Does this mean you're mad at me? Could you at least listen to the circumstances of my life that led to this moment? Please, you owe me that much. I owe you nothing, but fine. Go ahead. I was once the richest little debutante in this town. Did you know that? I just explained it, actually. But one day, a monstrous bird came and took me away to a terrible place called the Forsaken Fortress, where I was locked up and held captive. Oh, it was awful. I know, I saved you there. My father spent every last rupee in his coffers in an attempt to get me rescued. He should have just hired me. That's right. Every last bit of our family's fortune. Gone. Sounds like a personal problem. That's when my life of poverty began. Now every day, from morning until night, I'm busy working for the open-air shop. So as you can see, at least I'm trying to settle into my poor lifestyle. You were just trying to rob a freaking safe. Doesn't that just tug at your heartstrings? What do you say about this tragic events in my pitiable life? It's kind of terrible, I guess. And to make matters worse, for some reason, I still can't figure out how that slob Maggie, who was the poorest girl in town, suddenly got filthy rich. Maggie, of all people! It makes me so mad that I want to do something terrible. Grrr. Do you understand my plight? Sure I do, I guess. Then you'll let me go? No, actually I won't. But why not? Because I'm honest. It's true. I know I'm quibbling over nothing, but being so poor weakens a person's very soul. That doesn't give you a right to steal from somebody, but it's time I quit making silly excuses for myself. That's the spirit. Thank you so much. No problem. Thanks to you, I didn't have to sink down to the level of a common thief. I will never do anything like that again. Ah, what an amazing feeling. I let all my worries out of my heart. Wow, I actually feel refreshed. Isn't that just great? Let me at least thank you. Please, take this. And she gave us an empty bottle. Well, I mean, what's to be expected, honestly? She's poor, so I guess we can take what we can get. Don't look at me like that. I didn't steal it. It washed up on shore, so I picked it up. Don't tease me like that. I didn't say anything. It's a tiny bottle made of crystal clear glass. It's so beautiful. I wish my soul could be that beautiful. Oh, what am I saying? When you live in poverty, you can say the cheesiest things without blinking an eye. Humph. So, I guess I should go soon. My father will start worrying. Goodbye, little ally of justice. And good luck to you. Bye. Thanks for tonight. I'm just doing my job, ma'am. Run along, you little scamp. Get out of here. Alright. Oh, actually, you know what? In case you're still wondering how Maggie got to be the richest person in town, if you remember back to when she was telling us about Mo, she said something about Mo giving her a bunch of those expensive necklaces when she was, like, you know, leaving the Forsaken Fortress. Well, those are skull necklaces, and as that other guy told us, apparently they're worth quite a few rupees at antique shops, so basically her father just sold them, and they became the richest people in town. It's kind of funny, honestly. We're gonna set sail, but before we do, I'm actually gonna buy some all-purpose base. I'm not sure how much I have in my inventory right now, so I'm just gonna buy the usual, like, 3 servings, and then we'll be on our way to do new adventurous stuff out on the Great Sea. It'll be a grand old time. Although, dare I say it, we might actually have to do a little bit of backtracking. I know backtracking. Everyone hates backtracking, but, we're kind of at that point in the game now. Like, we have some of the core items to get, you know, certain things that we couldn't get before, so we might actually do that if we have a little bit of extra time. But for now, I'm actually going to go and get an upgrade for our bow. So we're going to head west of Windfall Island and just keep heading west until we get to the island that first warp point is when you play the Battle of the Gods. Now, yes, I could just play the Battle of the Gods and warp directly to that island, but like I said, it doesn't warp you to the outside of the island. It actually warps you to location inside the island. So, before we teleport inside, I kind of want to get the mapfish location. Call me crazy, but that's just the way that I want to do things. And it sort of makes sense, honestly, because then, you know, at least we'll know where we are when I teleport there. Plus, we will be coming back to this island quite a few times. There's actually a few different side quests that we can do here. So it'll be better just to fill out our sea chart now, rather than wait until later. Plus, since the warp point is actually inside the island, we can't actually just, like, you know, warp to the outside of the island to make some of those side quests go quicker. We'd have to warp to, like, Windfall and then sail to this island. But we'll worry about that later. For now, let's just talk to said mapfish and get said mapfish location on our sea chart. Sounds like a good idea to me. Hello, mapfish. Long time no see, buddy. How you been? How are the kids? Alright, fill out my sea chart. Thank you very much, my friend. This is Mother and Child Isles. Yeah, kind of rhymes a little bit. I don't know. I like it. It's kind of cool. And the mapfish is actually going to talk about the beautiful fairy that lives inside this island. And of course, he's telling you that the only way to get inside is by using a whirlwind, a la the Ballad of the Gale. So thank you, mapfish. That's actually very useful. And you know what? We're going to do that. But I do want to point out that, on the little tiny child isle, I guess you could call it, there is one of the traveling merchants that Zunari was talking about. But since we kind of wasted all the town flowers to decorate Windfall Island, we don't really have any, so we can't really trade with that guy right now anyways. So instead, let's just play the Battle of Gales, and then teleport to the inside of Mother and Child Isle. Let's get out of here. Plus, I really don't want to take on that trade side quest anyways. It's really, really long. In fact, it'll probably take up its own entire video. That's how long it is. Especially if you want to, like, get the really cool item from it. There's a way to complete it without, like, doing all the trades, but to get, like, the really cool item, you have to do all the trades. But whatever, we'll get into that later. For now, let's just enjoy this really, really cool fairies fountain. Like, this has got to be the best fairy fountain in the entire Great Sea. Like, it's drastically different from all the other ones, and for good reason, which, of course, you'll see why. Even the Great Fairy herself is different, and if I must say, kind of creepy. Tee-hee-hee. Tell me, little boy, can you control the wind? Yes, I can. Hee-hee. So young, to have such power. How did you know to find me here? Well, a little fish told me. I am the queen of the fairy world. I like how she's holding a doll of, like, the regular great fairies. What does the matter, my child? Does that not surprise you, young one? Honestly, I don't think anything could surprise Link at this point. I like you, and so I shall give you new power to that bow that you wield. Alright, an upgrade to one of my favorite items in the game. I will gladly take that. Ew, she's controlling the fairy doll like a puppet. That's kind of weird. Like, I gotta say, the Queen of the Fairies kind of creeps me out, although she does kind of look a lot like the partner in Skyward Sword. And I'm not gonna say anything more, just because I don't want to spoil Skyward Sword for anyone who hasn't played it, but I think they might have taken, like, ideas from the Queen of the Fairies to design that character, and it's kind of cool to see that. Anyways, we have elemental arrows now, fire and ice. Now, I will admit, this is probably one of the reasons why I love the bow so much in this game. Like, the fire and ice arrows are so much fun to use, and in fact, we'll probably use them to take on 2 mini temples very soon, actually. Ice arrows can freeze the hottest flames, and fire arrows can melt the coldest ice. Now, that's kind of a hint to, you know, how you have to use them. The fairies in this fountain will ease your weariness. Use them as you need to. Thanks. So we can just warp here whenever we want to, then. Child. I like how Link is, like, sort of awestruck. I must tell you, you are just my type. Tee-hee-hee. That's a little awkward. Yeah, I'm with you on that one too, King of Red Lions. Link, you should probably just forget about it. The Great Fairy, or the Queen of the Fairies. I wouldn't bother messing with that. I mean, she's really, really creepy. Now, what's cool about this area is, after you sort of get the upgrade, you can actually just, like, get out of your boat and walk around. There's really not much to do here, but it is kind of like a cool little area that you can get out and explore. It's a shame that there's really nothing else to discover or, you know, get from this area, but it's kind of cool nonetheless, so I figured I'd show it off. Now, the only way out of this area is by playing the Battle of the Gales and teleporting somewhere, so I guess we'll just go to Windfall. There's really no other place that I want to go to right now, and it does make sense to go back to Windfall, since it sort of is a hub of this giant overworld that we have here. Now, unfortunately, we are running a little bit low on time, so we're not going to do any backtracking or any more side questing this episode. So instead, I think I'm just going to end things off here. So if you enjoyed this video, a like rating would be greatly appreciated. If you want to see more, consider subscribing. But once again, guys, my name is Matt. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.